Let's make some oven-baked chicken. This is so easy. I have got 4 large chicken breasts in this bag, and I am just going to tenderize these on each side. If you want to follow along with me, we're going to take a sleeve of Ritz crackers, and I've got the vegetable Ritz crackers. I thought I would give this a try, and we are just going to take that meat tenderizer and just crush those crackers right in the pack. Then once you've got the crackers crushed, just pour that into a plate. Now you'll need a small bowl and pour about a half a cup to maybe 2/3 cup of milk. And we are going to add 1 egg to this. Add some pepper to taste. And then just give it a whisk. I'm using my 10-inch iron skillet, and really honestly, I should have probably used my larger skillet for this, but that's okay because I could have done this all in that iron skillet. But we're just going to improvise, and we're going to put about a half a stick of butter in that skillet. Turn your stovetop eye or your oven onto medium and let that butter start melting. And then we're going to take the chicken and just dip it into the milk and egg, and then into the crackers. Coat that really well. And we're only going to do 1 dip. We're not going to double dip this. Once you've got your chicken nice and coated and that butter started to melt and coat the skillet, we're just going to go ahead and drop it into the skillet. And then once you've got it into the skillet, you're just going to get this nice and brown on each side. And that took maybe about 5 minutes on each side, if that. Now let's transfer those pieces of chicken that are browned on each side into your baking dish. And I am using an 8x11 baking dish for this. Had I been thinking ahead, I would have used my large cast iron skillet and I wouldn't had it to transfer this, but that's okay. We're going to improvise. One other note on this, you may have to add more pats of butter, which I did, and I ended up using about 3/4 stick of butter in this entire recipe. Once you've got your chicken in your baking dish, go ahead and pour that butter right on top of that chicken. And if you want to use a large skillet or to cook your chicken in the skillet, you would just leave it in there with the butter and stick it in the oven. But again, I transferred mine into a baking dish. Now we are going to cover this with aluminum foil. And it doesn't matter if you're using a cast iron skillet or a baking dish, you do want to cover this. We're going to put this in the oven for 45 minutes on 325 degrees. And I do like to use my timer. I don't know if you utilize yours, but this really comes in handy. So after 45 minutes are up, we are going to take this chicken out of the oven, take that aluminum foil off of the chicken, and then we are going to put this back in the oven, uncovered, for 15 minutes. So go ahead and set your timer for 15 minutes. And then after the 15 minutes are up, and we've baked this chicken for a total of 1 hour, voila, this is ready to be served. And y'all, this chicken was so good. It was so moist and so tender, and it was just yummy. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and y'all be good.